Welcome in, guys. Welcome in both sets of fans, Notts County fans and Wrexham fans. It was an amazing game. Only one team was going to win this one. And you know, the way this filtered out, it was an absolute cup final. There could only be one team to win this league. And what a way to decide today's game. It hasn't decided the league. Notts County's still in this. Wrexham's still got to keep going. And it hasn't been decided. But a lot has been decided. A game in hand and also 3 points ahead by Wrexham as we stand. But again, you've got to say, 2 thumbs up to both sets of fans, to both teams, to an amazing game, and to what you would say was history in the making. This was absolutely phenomenal. It got underway with a great atmosphere. You got to say, sunny with clouds. It would get a little rainy, have a tiny little bit of wind, but what an amazing game. 10 degrees in Wrexham. The conditions set. The conditions perfect. And we had a little clouds, like I say, but it didn't bring too much rain, just a little drizzle. And both the bosses, Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds, a little excited. Both guys were there having a fantastic day. And Ryan Reynolds apparently has bought a house close to Wrexham. Look for more of that to happen. And when the owners start buying property, house prices start going up. Wrexham is about to become a prosperous, wonderful, financially set part of the world, and especially for its football team and its owners. And I got to say, this game, let's get to it, but I have to say, respecting both sets of fans and teams, this was a monumental game of football. I have to think a long, long way back in time for me to look and say I've seen a better game of football. And what I mean by that is it had pace, it had guts, it had glory, it had desire, it had everything in that game. And it kept the fans on their feet. And even when it got quiet, they got you back in your seats and got you standing up and got you going crazy again. It kept you visually hooked, line and sinker, for the whole 90-plus minutes. It was absolute phenomenal entertainment. You've got to wear this one. You've got to enjoy this one if you're a Wrexham fan. And you can't be too down if you're a Notts County fan, because I tell you what, Notts County fans, your team did you absolutely proud. This was a sad way to lose. I'm going to go through on how it happened, and you know how it happened. And if you didn't see the game, let's get through this right now. First half, I've got to say, nobody was risking it, and I did say there would be a lot of nervous players on the park. There were. Nobody was looking to go too far from home. Everybody was staying home, and risks were not taken. Risks would be taken, but they came from mistakes. Now, got to say, 12 minutes in, ask yourself one question. Paulie Mullin goes down in the box. I saw the flat hand, that flat hand go on Mullin's chest. But you got to say, Scott Tallis, the referee, saw it otherwise. He didn't see it as a penalty. And you know, you got to say, it could have been given if VAR was in the National League. As you know, it's not. So we carry on, 0-0, still going through. The game was a real battle. Both teams had chances and both teams didn't take chances. And it was really keeping the crowd in it. But also, everybody was ripping off their fingernails. Now, coming up to half-time, we've had chances go through. Nobody hit the back of the net. And all of a sudden, Bostock lines up the free kick on the edge of the box. It was a free kick. Bostock lines it up, booms in an amazing free kick. Notts County fans off their feet, ecstatic. 1-0 just before half-time, and that's exactly when you want to take the lead. When nobody can do anything about it, you go back in the locker room and you're going through like 10 minutes of, this is what we need to do now, guys, to keep the lead. And Wrexham on the other side, Phil Parkinson. Right, guys. It's coming down to this 45 minutes. You've done well so far. Keep doing what you do, but let's execute in the final third. Like I said in the pre-game, you've got to execute in this game. 1-0 at half-time is how she is. The second half gets underway, and I got to tell you, it's the same as the first half. You don't see one team dominating, but you could think that Wrexham as the home team is literally just shading it slightly on the possession, but certainly not on the work rate. It's 50-50. Both teams capable of winning this, and it would go down to the wire, and you really thought it would do. On 49 minutes, though, unbelievable, brilliant play by Paulie Mullin, and a brilliant strike by Paulie Mullin. That's his 44th in all competition this year. And you've got to ask yourself, was it a foul on Barami by Paul Mullin just before the ball came across, just before Paul Mullin fired in an absolute rocket shot? Beautiful finish, classy finish. Paul Mullin, just like Langstaff, He's absolutely instinctual in front of goal. Beautiful strike on 49. Game on, 1-1. On 60, O'Connell rattles the bar. And wow, that was so unlucky. I mean, that thing was like a bloody rocket right in front of net. Boom, right off the crossbar. Could have been 2-1. Stays even 1-1. But the atmosphere, wow. The atmosphere is building up, building up, building up. And then a little ways through the second half, the crowd starts to go a little bit quiet. And nobody's looking to cheer too hard until something happens next. But on 68, Mullin centres the pass. And our man Mendy lashes it home, but it's a beautiful finish. He puts it there where it's only going to finish in the back of the net, just past the keeper, just past the defender. Nice height in the middle of the goal, into the corner, 2-1. Brilliant finish by Mendy. And after last week's game when I said, Mendy, I need some more from you, I need some more. Well, basically, he did give us more. Brilliant finish, 2-1. And literally 15 to go, and you're thinking, is this going to be the goal that wins the match? Notts County fans could be ripping their hair out thinking, wow, you know, we've done so well. We're in this game and we're still 2-1 down. We're losing a game that we think we should be winning. We're stroking the ball around beautifully. Langstaff's finding space. Barami's doing decently in defence, but still losing 2-1. Wrexham fans are ecstatic, but nervy Notts County fans hoping in the next 20 minutes that they would get a goal back. And it seems to be like slowly going into the latter reaches of the game. Still 2-1 to Wrexham. You think it's going to finish that way. And then all of a sudden, all the Wrexham fans went, oh. And all the Notts County fans went, oh, yes. Because of literally, Cameron heads in, making it 2-2. And wow, what a header. But 2-2 on 74. And Wrexham fans are thinking, what the hell? And like I said, Notts County fans are ecstatic. It's 2-2. It looks like they've got a point. And now they can press and possibly get the winner because they came to win. A draw is not what Notts County needed. A draw was fine for Wrexham. But Notts County still pressing. 2-2. Game on. The next goal wins. Just like on the kids' playground when you was back in school. Next goal wins and you're back in class. Next goal would win it. Next goal would win it. A great interception by Mullin. Fires the ball across, and I gotta say, man, Elliot Lee thumps the ball in the back of the net. The man, 4 goals in 4 games in his last 4 games. It's the winner. It's a brilliant game of football. Notts County fans can't believe it. They're sad as heck. Wrexham fans are absolutely now in heaven. 3-2, minutes to push on. The whistle would go to 90+4. The game would end. The crowd's on their feet. The atmosphere is phenomenal. North Wales is absolutely going nuts. And it's a couple of games to go and they're back in League 2. But more importantly, on today's game, an absolute fantastic game of football. 3-2 to Wrexham. You've got to say big respect for both teams, both sets of fans. What an amazing game of football. I'm absolutely on the roof right now. This is absolutely freaking ecstatic. Good news for me, good news for you, good news for Wrexham, good news for Wales. Let's get it going. Let's get to the next game. But I'll tell you now, guys, that was an amazing game of football. I tell you now, I've never seen a game like that in years. Woo! Enjoy this win. Have a safe trip home, Notts County fans. Big up to you guys. Big up to the Wrexham. Big up to everybody that saw this. But I tell you now, you will never watch a game like this again in your lives. Woo! What a match. 3-2 Wrexham. 9,924 were on scene. Millions around the world. And I got to tell you, I am absolutely loving this. Thank you all, Notts County fans, for commenting down below, and likewise Wrexham family for commenting down below. Please like, subscribe, get into this channel, get into this channel, get into this channel, get into the Wrexham. Cheers.